like, share, subscribe. HCB2 World.
Yo, what is going on, man? Welcome back to another fairy tale review. Oof, man, this week we got chapter 521. Now let me tell you, after chapters 519 and 520, all that controversy, it's about time we finally got what we wanted, man. We finally got what we wanted, and Fairy Tail delivered us a good chapter. So thank you. Now, if you haven't read this chapter yet, forget this video. Go check this chapter out now, because I can tell you there's definitely some shit in there that you're going to want to see. So go check that out and then come back. Now, if you have checked out the chapter already, let's jump into this review. Now, before I even get started, can we all just keep it real and admit the Alvarez 12 are by far some of the most overrated, overhyped villains I've ever seen in my life. I mean, it's crazy, man. I don't even think Fairy Tail caught one L this whole arc. Have they lost anybody? I mean, granted, besides Makarov, have they really lost any fights? And really, when it comes to Makarov, man, they wasted his death. Like, dude, I felt nothing when that happened, you know? And I'm a huge Fairy Tail fan. But when he killed himself, I was just like, oh, okay, what was the point of that? So, you know what, man? It is what it is. Now, you know, it's Fairy Tail, so even though Makarov's technically dead, it's Fairy Tail, man, so you know he's going to come back. I mean, hell, even this chapter, they had Laxus carrying his body to the guild, so there's no way they're just going to have him carry his shit for no reason. So mark my words, Makarov is definitely pulling a Gajil, and he's coming back to life. But you know what? I'm not going to be totally disrespectful. I applaud them for keeping them dead this long, because oh shit, man, when Gajil was technically dead, he was only dead for like, what, 2 chapters? So the fact that Makarov is still dead, you know, I applaud them for that. But other than that, Fairy Tail really didn't catch any L's. Hell, man, I mean, like, even the weak dudes of Fairy Tail were still winning. So I don't understand what's going on. But the Alvarez 12 weren't as strong as they were made out to be. But it is what it is. Now, moving on to what we really care about, let's talk about Gildarts in August. God damn, man, yes! Dude, we have been waiting for this kind of shit. This is the kind of fight that we've been waiting for, you know? We've been waiting for some kind of shit like this to happen during this arc, and they're finally giving it to us. And I'm like, hell yeah, it could not have come at a better time. I mean, let's be honest. The Eileen versus Urza fight, that could have had big potential, man, but it did not pan out the way people were expecting it to. And because of that, that chapter took a lot of hits, you know. It caught a lot of flack, a lot of controversy, and people were not happy. So the fact that they're delivering us what we actually want this time, man, hell to the yeah. Now, that being said, I'm going to keep it real too. I honestly called this shit last week. I called it last week, and if you don't believe me, watch this. I'm guessing that at some point we're going to get Gildarts versus August, and I think that's a fight that I would definitely want to see. Hopefully, if it does happen, it's written out well, and we kind of get our money's worth. See, listen, I told you, man. I told you. I know my Fairy Tail, all right? But honestly, man, in terms of what I think is going to happen with this fight, I think it's going to somewhat be a drawn-out fight, maybe 2 or 3 chapters. And honestly, I don't think Gildarts walks away from this. Now, let me continue. I don't think August walks away either. I think it's one of those situations where they end up killing each other, and Fairy Tail might actually lose its first true member, alright? Now, if that happens, you know, I can see Laxus kind of filling in for that Gildarts type role, but I could be wrong, you know? He might not die, he might Fairy Tail it again, and August might be defeated or realize what he's doing is wrong and turn over a new leaf, because obviously that happens. So, who knows what we're going to get? But I do think we're going to get a few chapters of a good, decent, good hard-fought fight. And then in terms of the end, I don't think they both make it out of there. Now, the other fight we can talk about this chapter is Gray and Zeref. Now, granted, their fight hasn't started yet, but you know it's going to start. And I think that Gray might be the second Fairy Tail member that we lose. Now, I know I'm making some bold predictions, but just hear me out. Natsu hasn't really had anything that's been a true rallying cry. So I think that a Gray death would be what Natsu needs to push him over, you know. Especially after not having the Demon Seed and not having the Dragon Seed. I think that maybe a Gray death might give Natsu some kind of new power. But I don't know. It might not happen. I honestly also don't believe that Zeref is really a bad guy. But I think at this point, you know, he's been living so long and he's been ready to die so long that he might actually do whatever it takes to get killed, even if it means pushing his brother's rage and anger over the edge, you know. So I think that's what's going to go down. Now, don't stone me to death if you don't agree with me, you know. It's just an opinion. Like you guys, I read the shit, and my mind starts going 100 miles per hour, and I start thinking, you know, outside the box a little bit. So hopefully you guys feel me on that. There wasn't really too much going on besides the Gildarts fight, and I really just wanted to get that off my chest and see what you guys thought about it. So if you like the review, go ahead and leave a thumbs up, because every time you do, it lets me know that I'm at least doing something right. And if you didn't feel the review, I definitely apologize. And if you feel like you gotta leave the thumbs down, do what you gotta do. I just appreciate you keeping it honest, alright? If you're new to the channel and you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe, because there's definitely some cool things on this channel. And I'm definitely finally starting to get my rhythm right. You know, I'm starting to get into it, So go ahead and sign up and join us, because let me tell you, man, this shit is only going to get better. As always, guys, I definitely appreciate you tuning in. I'm your boy, Heroes Come Back 2. Do great, be great. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.